this segment is the fastest segment on television. It's our hashtag rapid fire round, and we reserve this segment each evening to zip through as many trending topics as we possibly can with our expert guest. And tonight, that expert guest is Hollywood conservative, and trust me, there's only one, Amanda Head. Welcome back to the show, Amanda. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me. Happy 4th of July weekend.
Happy 4th of July weekend to you, too. Now, New York Daily News columnist Gersh Kuntzman caused a stir on social media today, Amanda. He wrote in his column that the song God Bless America should be benched at baseball games. Time for it to go. Amanda, what does this guy have against the song?
This is New York Daily Times, so you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. And this is kind of thematic of the left, right? Like, America's bad, American exceptionalism is wrong. But he cited in this article that like 83% of people who consider themselves very liberal don't like the song. Shocker. 88% of atheists don't like the song. The song is called God Bless America. This guy, I mean, he's an idiot. And he said that after I guess they adopted this practice after 9/11, and he said that he was okay with it then. And I'm like, we've still got terrorism going now, if not worse now. So in the wake of Orlando, why is he having an issue with it now, but he didn't after 9/11? It's just idiotic. But it's free speech. He has a right to be an idiot, and I have a right to call him that. So
yeah. Well, Orange is the new black actress. Danielle Brooks got some people talking today on social media. She tweeted, "I hate when gate agents look at me like I've never flown first class and say, 'You're in first class, lucky you.'" Amanda, I guess I can see how that would be annoying.
Girl, put the race card down.
Right?
This just seems like major, diva behavior. And look, not everyone has the luxury of flying first class. I'm sure this was just an instance of, making conversation as everyone's getting ready to board. You are lucky to be flying first class, or fortunate, or however you want to call it. I mean, I wish that my white privilege would allow me to fly first class all the time, but unfortunately it doesn't. And it's like, can we please just stop looking for reasons to be offended? And this seems like that kind of instance where she's just looking for a reason to be offended.
Actor Billy Zane trending today. You remember him as the villain of the movie, in the movie Titanic, remember? He said something in an interview that has social media debating the ending of the movie. Here's what he said.
Yeah.
Or how could you?
You think she should have stayed with you?
Yeah, you think Rose made the wrong choice?
Some do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you?
Do I?
Come on, of course.
Sure. Why? No. Yes, I think he found redemption by the end, and I wish he had found her on the Carpathia and was able to, right his wrongs.
There you go. All right.
Actually, I have to tell you this. Now, this is going to blow your mind right now. I did a movie with him. How about that?
That's amazing.
I know. Yeah, and oh, wow, some really liberal people. But I don't know how you live there. But Amanda, do you think Rose should have reunited with Cal after Leo sank to the bottom of the ocean?
Okay, well, first of all, let me preface this by saying I didn't like Titanic. I like historical films, but this was not a historical film. This was more a love story. And I think this is probably when I was going through like a Boondock Saints phase, if that gives you any idea of the kind of movies that I like.
Oh.
So, I guess, yeah, if they linked up at the end would have been fine. But I think that the best plot twist would have been if they'd ended up on the same lifeboat. And because of size issues and weight issues, they were like, somebody's got to go. And he's like, I volunteered this broad. That would have made it a way better movie to me.
Yeah, well, they need to have you writing these movies from now on.
Right?
All right, Burger King trending today, Amanda. Social media really excited about their new creation, the Mac and Cheetos, made of deep-fried macaroni and cheese sticks covered in Cheetos. I'm pretty sure you never ate one of those.
I've eaten something like this and many, many other things similar to it. You know how they say don't go grocery shopping if you're hungry? I think that this was the opposite instance of that. I had just eaten like a 12-pack of nuggets from Chick-fil-A. In fact, when we were testing earlier, I was like, I'm at Chick-fil-A, I'll call you back. So I had just eaten, so it didn't really seem that appealing to me. But then I revert back to my lifelong motto, which is the more cheese, the better.
Yes, I agree with that motto.
And I'm a Kraft mac and cheese kind of gal, so if it's like Blue Box style mac and cheese, great. But they were testing it at places here in California, and I think that was probably the wrong test market because we tend to be healthier here. Maybe they should have tested it in I'm not going to name a state because I don't want to offend people, but maybe like Mississippi or something.
You crack me up. All right. Well, hashtag heterosexual pride day trending today. There isn't really a heterosexual pride days, but supporters of this hashtag say, hey, they're just celebrating their sexuality, and opponents say they're mocking those in the LGBT community who are oppressed. I want to add to that. There's a new Miss Missouri today, and she is doing the entire pageant for Miss America based on the fact that she's gay. While my friend, Carrie Prejean, had her title ripped from her because she admitted on stage that if she had to choose, while she welcomes all opinions, she would pick one man and one woman. She's heterosexual. They ripped her title from her. They're celebrating the gay Miss Missouri. Is there a double standard here?
Absolutely. This is absolutely hypocritical. And people purport that gay pride is not about, exerting their homosexuality and shoving it in people's faces. And while I think that that's probably true, they say that it's about equality. And if that's the case, then I should be able to exert my hetero pride, my American pride, my female pride, any kind of pride I want. And is this really hurting anybody's feelings? Or is this physically hurting you? Is it really, really bothering you that much that we can't have a day to just, and I think that half of the people doing this, probably most of them, it's a joke. It's like, hetero day, great. Just don't take it so seriously. Come on.
Yeah, you really have to. Like, everybody has a reason to be offended, and everybody thinks that they've somehow been microaggressed, and everybody is supposed to get a trophy for nothing. This is where we are in our culture.
It's manufactured anger. That's all it is.
It is. And then we wonder why people think that they want to vote for a candidate who's just going to give them a bunch of free stuff. We shouldn't wonder, Anyway, thank you so much for being with us. Amanda Head, you can find her on Twitter at the HWCon. That stands for Hollywood Conservative. Thanks for being with us, Amanda. We'll be back in